Okay, real performance results. Joe Bosco here, and you were assigned to write out some very specific scripts. It could be one issue, and you put the details about it because it's very clear to you and very specific what it is that is either frustrating, you wish to stop, pain or behavior, or you want to do more of, or you're lacking, you're emotional about, you're losing sleep over, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you state it, you've got the script. And now I love and accept myself completely. And then you can add, and I know this is going to resolve itself. And I'm looking forward to getting over this or getting better about this or eliminating this, whatever it is. But that's the basic script. And it's got to be something that you can repeat to yourself out loud as well as silently, or you could read it and then move it into just memorizing. But you want to put it somewhere. So I recommend you make a note in your smartphone as well as you put in a paper journal. I recommend you write this out. And that is a script. And of course, you can have many scripts, but pick one. Now, here's what we're going to do then. You're going to get used to reciting that script over and over again, but you're going to do it in a very specific way. And this is what we're going to call the EFT, or the tapping therapy protocol. It's very simple. I'm going to remove my hat. The tapping points are, using 2 to 3 fingers on either hand or both, the top of the head, the crown, 5 to 7 taps. The inner part of the eyebrow, where the bridge of the nose and the eyes meet, right up there, 5 to 7 taps. Kind of like where the optic nerve could be found on the eyebrow. The other side of the eyebrow, in the temple area, underneath the eyes, or eye, either one or both, between your upper lip and your nostrils, in this area, the mustache area, between your lower lip and your chin, kind of in the indentation if you have one, or right there, kind of right there, between the chin bone and the lip. Here, underneath the collarbone, there's a tender kind of area where the muscles and the flesh is, kind of in that area. Underneath the arm, just below the underarm, you're going to find an area on either side that will have a tenderness to it. Then, what we'll call the karate chop, you can do it one to the other, and you'll find that area, or you can subtly do it just this way. So you're tapping with the finger to the karate chop area. And then some people can get sophisticated. They can do different parts in between the bones and the joints on their hands. They can do the fingertips if they want. You don't have to. I've given you them all. Let's review them. Top of the head, inside the eyebrow, outside on the temple, underneath the eye, in between the nose and the lip, under the lip and between the lip and the chin, just below the collarbone, underneath the arm, the karate chop. Those are the main ones. Got it? Here's the protocol. You say the script. You then say the script slowly but repeatedly out loud and then softly to yourself, and until it's silent while you tap. And you do 5 to 7 taps per, and you move in a progression. You can move down, you can move up. Does it have to be tap down? No. Is that an easy way to do it? It is. Can you go the other way? You can. Do you have to hit all the points? You don't. But the process of doing it to most of those regions hits on a vibration that your body picks up on, your brainwave activity, chemicals and electrical signals are directed, cleared, whatever. And that's the reason to do it. Now, one last point, very important to precede all this with, and that is to create a subjective score about how you feel in regard to your script, your issue, before you start the process. You're base rating it, you're baselining it. You're saying, I'm going to rate how I feel on a scale of 0, no issue whatsoever. You don't feel any concern, anxiety, fear. Okay. 10 being, sorry, just dropped my little whiteboard. 10 being very, very significant anxiety, fear, a level 10. Now that would be you're almost incapacitated. That's how strong it is, how worrisome, how frustrated, whatever, angry, it doesn't matter. Okay. Your job is you're going to go do this tapping protocol in a second, but before you do it, if it's sleep, if it's frustration with how you just interacted with somebody, if it's how your mind is racing about any number of things and just that issue, whatever it is, on a scale of 1 to 10, is it really, really severe or is it almost not? Wherever it is, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, doesn't matter. Wherever it is, that's what you acknowledge and you essentially say, it's here. Then you start your scripts and you start your tapping. Got it? After you've gone through 3 cycles of the tapping protocols, and you're going to find your own rhythm or cadence of how you repeat the script over and over. And the monotonous nature of the script is important. You want to say it to yourself with complete attention while you're doing these things. And then after 3 to 5 or 6 rounds of the tapping sequence with multiple script recitings, then you'll come to a stop. And then all I want you to do to complete this process is reassess on a scale of 0 to 10. You might only need 1 round, and you might find a very significant lowering of your assessment or your rating of how you feel relative to this issue. We want that to go from whatever it was down to 3 or 2 or 1. Now it may get there in the first round. You may need to do it a second round. Here's my suggestion. The more you do it, the easier it is to move it slowly but surely towards having different feelings. Now, I can tell you that this will affect you. You have to do it. Sometimes you might not feel much of a change the first time, but if you keep doing it, there's no downside. It takes almost no time. There's no adverse effect, no counterindication of this. It's just do it. And I think you're going to find it's going to make a difference for you. I know it has, because it has personally, and every person that I've ever assigned it to has had success with it. Does that mean that it's perfect science? No. Are there going to be some of you who don't do it or doesn't do work very, very well for you? Yeah, some will work more than others. I'm going to tell you something. It's an active form of meditation. It is an active form of mindfulness. And it's borrowing into other parts of the disciplines of psychoanalysis. You'll find that you'll do some breathing. It's a lot of things that are picked up on the way. And it has a basis in proven science that it will change what's going on. And you may feel a lot better about it. And there's some other interesting parts to the science that I'll cover in the next video. Stay tuned.